Tower Garden with 9 of the 10 levels, which is what I started out with. But after having it in the house for a while, I found that having the 2 top levels was just too much work. So I ended up taking off the 2. But it was impossible for me to break it down to the individual modules. Once the unit is connected into the rings, it's very, very difficult to take apart. I've been procrastinating about taking this apart because it's so much work. But today I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you some of the parts that are a problem. With the unit and 9 levels on, the grow lights hang from the top of the unit, making it impossible for the lights to be taken further away from the plants as they get bigger. They'll start to get leaf burn when the lights are too close. Right now it's still looking pretty good, but most of the lettuce is ready to go. Some of the other plants did not do very well. My mustard greens and things like that. Here's the inside of the unit with the water running, and as you can see, some of the little cups that are on it kept falling off, and so I didn't use the cups in all of them. And as you can see, the water is not directly going to the cups, and so every once in a while I had to get into this unit to move it around. Okay, I just lifted off the top sections onto my coffee table, and my husband finally recommended that I get this plastic round drain kind of a water pan that is used under under a water heater, and so that's what I just purchased. And again, I just want to show you some of the roots did fine, but many of the roots did not do very well. Like this one, you can see how dried out it is because it doesn't always get the water that it needs. And then I have some happy plants. Like this one has amazing roots. Now, I would have usually taken everything apart and taken out all the plants and then moved it. So my tomato plants didn't do very well, and none of my transplanted leafy mustard greens did very well. And this one is a Japanese type perilla leaf. Anyway, you can see how much algae has been growing on this. So I'm not looking forward to cleaning it, and that's why it was so hard for me to take it apart, but I finally had to get to it. And you can see some of the roots did okay, but not very many. And then again, you can see that the water pump and the air filter, or the air stone I had in there, was kind of difficult to get to when I needed to adjust them. And so I did have to cut a hole into one of them in order to do that, and it made it look really ugly. Anyway, it is definitely not a system that I would use indoors, and hopefully cleaning it outside will be a lot easier. Anyway, that's my Martian Tower Garden that I'm dismantling today, and I'm hoping to transplant some of those plants into my new Mr. Stacky hydroponic system.